Can we for a moment just talk about the Agni Kai between Ozai and Zuko in the live-action Avatar The Last Airbender? Because there were very subtle, slight changes made from the original cartoon, but I think it made it so much more harrowing and so much more brutal. In the original cartoon, Zuko doesn't want to fight his father, but his father still does and burns him, even though Zuko isn't really trying to fight back. And that is awful and so horrifying that this man was willing to fight against his son even when his son wasn't willing to do the same. It's not in defense, it's in pure cruelty. And in the live action version, there's a little bit of a change. Zuko is still very surprised to see that it's actually his father who he'll be fighting, but he is willing to fight. And he does, and he puts up a great fight, and it becomes a proper Agni Kai where both participants are actually participating. And Zuko loses, and it's a fair loss, and the game is over. And even though Ozai could stop, he still goes further, knowing he's already won, and chooses to burn his son's face while his son is lying defeated on the ground. And although both scenarios are equally horrifying, I think there's something so particularly cruel about someone who's already won going just that step further to make sure that the loser feels as much pain and humiliation as possible. And the person who lost isn't just anyone, it isn't just another general, it's his son, his very young son. In the original cartoon, he may have still had the question of if he could have beaten his father, but here he knows he can't beat his father, and he knows he can never get into a situation like that again because he will be humiliated again. And that is the reason he is so focused on finding and capturing the Avatar, because his father said that that was the only way he could regain his honor, and without it, Zuko's humiliation will continue. Zuko's entire storyline in the live action, as well as some of the other Fire Nation characters like Iroh and Azula, are making the live action seem worth it. Because they're adding so much more depth to these characters we already know, but we never really got that good a look into the Fire Nation in the cartoon.